All right, I'm back.
Okie dokie. Are we ready to start admitting?
Sure.
Perfect. Anything else you need before we bring them in?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Hey, well, good morning, everybody. Today's TA Tuesday is going to be in the open forum format. We are doing a bit of divide and conquer today. We've got the team is actually kind of on a bunch of different missions today, from monitoring to onboarding new grantees for the CEJA and FEJA programs, and we don't have a dedicated topic for today. And so we wanted to just provide an opportunity for you all to have an open forum to ask any questions that you'd like, or share any updates on things that are going on in your areas. For those of you in the northern region, I sent out a note earlier to let you know about a event that's happening that is highlighting CEJA activities in the Waukegan area. They're going to be hosting, along with the Illinois Environmental Council, a a, a kind of a legislative and local elected official open house for the hub program in the Waukegan area, which will be open to local elected officials and community members. And they asked that I also invite any of the grantees in the northern area who would be interested in traveling up. And that event is taking place on February 27th in Waukegan. And with that, I will open the floor if there are any questions from folks. I'm not seeing anything directly in the chat. While folks may be thinking about questions, if you have any, are there any updates on events that your organizations are hosting over the next couple of weeks that you'd like to share with the group? It's a very quiet Tuesday. Okay, I see. Thank you, Darlene. Orientation events every Wednesday at the Goodwill Aurora office. Thank you very much. Any other events that are happening that folks would like to share, regardless of region?
Looks like we have a couple more funneling in.
Okay.
Some information sessions every Tuesday at 1:30 at the Community Works. Alton CEJA is doing well. We have an upcoming HVAC course starting next month. That's awesome.
It's great. I guess I'd like to maybe start out with a little bit of a question going back to the the event in Waukegan that I mentioned earlier, I guess at the start of this meeting. It is a continuation of regional, I'll call it highlights that the Illinois Environmental Council is doing statewide. And I believe that they did one in the southern region and the central region already. And they initially chose the hub area in Waukegan for the northern one, although when I last spoke with them, they were considering continuing these kinds of opportunities to highlight CEJA activities in various hubs. And so the I'll call it the tours are, I think, expected to continue. This next one and later this month will be in Waukegan. I think they expect to do more. Um, and so, for any of the hubs who may be on the call, if you were a part of one of those tours, it'd be great if you could, also share with us what that experience was like, for others who are soon to be co-hosting those events. Let's see. Some of the while we're uh, um, we didn't hear about that. There's some folks who've entered. Martha said, please repeat the announcement made at the beginning. Okay, great. The what I mentioned at the beginning, and this is I initially said it was for grantees, CEJA grantees, FEJA grantees in the northern region. I only said that because the event is actually being hosted in Waukegan, but it as is actually open to any of the grantees who would like to come and participate. It is a they're hosting a open kind of open tour of the training facility as well as a completion ceremony graduation for a cohort. And local elected officials have been invited to the event as well. And as I mentioned, the IEC is considering doing more of these events. So if folks who may eventually be chosen to also co-host would like to see kind of how it's done, you're more than welcome to attend. And if you were interested, I did send this out to Northern Region grantees earlier, but if you're outside of the Northern Region and you would like an invitation, so I think you need to register. It's free, but you can drop your email in the chat, and I can collect those and send out the invite to you and your organization as well. We've got some more event notices here. CJ Aurora office planning next month will start hosting job fairs and working with workforce hubs. Shanta shared the information session is every third Thursday at the Waukegan Public Library, hosted by Community Works. Heidi shared that there's a power hour walk-in pre-screen intakes on February 12th, 5 to 6 p.m., the 21st, 1 to 2, and the 26th from 5 to 6 p.m. at the Trep School in Danville. And Darlene shared again, Aurora CEJA orientation will be held from 10 to 11:30 a.m., 61 South Broadway in Aurora every Wednesday. Thank you, all of you. And I will just repeat my call for any of the organizations that participated in the I'll call them legislative tours that may have happened in the central or southern region previously. If you were a part of one of those and had any experiences from that that you'd like to share as kind of heads up or tips and tricks for other organizations that may co-host with the IEC, the floor is open for you to share that as well. I think I will also give a bit of a safety message now too. Excuse me. We've got a couple of our team members are down due to seasonal illness, and so there is, as many of you are aware, I'm sure, the flu is on a bit of a rampage, and so I personally will be probably wearing a mask in large gatherings of people, probably for the rest for the duration of this winter. And just wanted to just mention that to folks that to take any necessary precautions as you participate in public events because the seasonal illnesses are certainly on the rise. And unfortunately, I missed my opportunity to get a flu shot earlier in the fall. So I've got to risk it. But just wanted to mention that as any any additional events or questions that folks may have. All right. Well, today was intended to be a open hours for folks if you had any questions, but I don't want to hold folks. I know everybody is busy. If you do have anything you'd like to leave in the chat, we can keep the meeting open for a few more minutes if folks would like. Otherwise, you're free to go back to your back to your day. I appreciate you coming out today, and we will leave the meeting open for a few minutes if folks did have any questions that they'd like to put in the chat. Thank you.
Hi, good morning. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Hi. I would like I think I missed a previous training and it is regarding, let me just go into the application and pull it up. So it's for the program completion outcome. Let me just get in there. Uh, mm, okay. And I do apologize, I'm late. I didn't get the link. Dave, if you're still on, can you send me new invitations because I don't have an invitation for today. It's not in my calendar or for the Wednesday meeting. So, Larry, Mr. Dawson. So when you go into program completion, right, and you want to add the transition outcome and you want to add, right, like the job placement. So when you go in here, you put in, I would have to put in the client's information, right? So we'll say, I'm just gonna put this in because I got stuck here the other day. So it's not a clean energy, it's not temporary. Okay. So the work site placement, do you know what I'm talking about? The work site placement, it follows up the add transition outcome for clients that are currently employed. So
Okay.
I have to put in uh, all the information in order to, I'm just gonna put something in for now and delete it later, just so I can get to it. And I do apologize, but like I said, I wasn't, I was looking for the meeting, and I thank you for your patience too.
No problem. Well, a couple things. This meeting typically comes out from Mikhail.
Hmm.
And I can forward to you this meeting invite again, hopefully get that on your calendar. The meeting invites that come out from David and Natasha are for the Wednesday,
Hmm.
kind of technical, uh,
Okay.
I don't want to call it technical, well, technical assistance, office hours for specifically for the CEJA reporting system. And those come from David and Natasha, but I'm not actually seeing on my screen is showing you showing up as David Garvey.
As who?
Yeah, as David as David Garvey as the
Oh
person
yeah,
who's
he just
speaking.
sent me the link because I was like, what happened
Oh,
to today's meeting? So he sent me the
oh,
link. So yeah,
okay.
until I
Okay.
get the invite, I'm gonna be under somebody. I was under Jacob Carruthers' name like not long ago, and I'm like, I don't want to be Jacob. I want to be me. Please
Okay.
send me an invite.
Okay.
For
So
this, sorry,
my
Larry, is that okay if I ask a question real quick?
Sure, sure.
Yeah, for this one, beautiful. There's the TA Tuesday. Nate put it in the chat for your registration.
Oh,
And so what
wonderful.
you'll do is you'll click on that, you'll register. If you want to give me your name, I can make sure on the back end that that looks correct.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna register. My name is Lysandra. That's LA uppercase Sondra. Last name Chancellor, Chancellor.
Perfect. Okay. And I'll double check on the back end that you are registered for this. But if you also want to make sure to click that link that Nate put in the chat, then we'll be good to go.
Okay, yep, I'm actually doing it now.
Perfect. And
Thank
if
you
there's
so
any
much.
problems, I'll put my email in the chat and you can just shoot me an email and we can get that figured out.
Wonderful. Well, okay, yeah, do that and then I can save you into my contacts. I appreciate it.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, so let me see. Well, we're talking about the program completion. Oh, it kicked me out. Hang on just a second. You get kicked out if you don't do anything for a few minutes. So, this client has found he's employed. He's currently he's currently uh in the on OJT program with the organization, right? And so I was trying to go in and add that right under other training. And it took me to it took me to a page that's new. And it's, if I'm not mistaken, I wrote it down. IWN.
You know, and I'm going to ask, is David actually on this call? Are you on,
Yeah,
David?
I was gonna say I can share my screen.
Yeah, because I was trying to get the test system up, but I'm having difficulties with that. I didn't want to pull up the production.
Yeah, let's see.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, because if I can, looks like I might need. Oh, okay, I think I got it
You
now.
have share rights? Okay.
Yeah, let's see here. Um, okay. So yeah, so okay, so you mentioned you're on the program completion tab and then you're looking at transition outcomes.
Yes. And so I was trying to, because he's actually going to be finishing, and I can't get back to this page now. But I was trying to get everything set up and ready for his completion of the on-the-job training. And it took me to a page that says that it is a work site placement. So there's a whole nother aspect of a transition outcome, and I missed that in one of the office hours. And I'm having a hard time pulling it up now, but it's a job, it's a work site. I don't know how to describe it. I should have taken a picture of it because I would have to go because I went to other training, right? And I put in the young man's current OJT, which is, the on-the-job training, and it's with one of our partner manufacturers. And I couldn't, I didn't know what to do. Do you know what I'm talking about, David? It's connected to the transition outcome, and you have to put in this information. Let me see. Let me go back. It has to be put in, I think, outreach and partners. Um, oh man, I'm sorry. I don't have it all together. Let's see. But it's you have to add the employer so that they can become a part of the list of employers that
Oh,
our clients are being sent to for job placement, on the job training, or just automatic hire or what have you.
yeah, is this because you're part of the JTED program too, is that right?
No, I'm only CEJA right now.
Are
Um,
you at CAIC?
Yes, yes,
Okay,
yes.
okay, okay.
Mm-hmm.
because I was gonna say um
Yeah, it has
I'd have to check because
something.
I know the worksite placement is
Mm-hmm.
a little complicated, but I don't with that service, but I don't think we're really utilizing that.
Well, that's the thing though. When I was in there, I wanted to just what it was I wanted to leave a case note after I had entered the information for this client's um completion. And I couldn't I could enter the case note, but it didn't save because I needed to complete the worksite placement, that part that I'm trying to describe to you now. So I couldn't leave the case note because I couldn't fill that out. I had to add this employer to this listing. And I do apologize. I can't remember because this was like last week. And so I wrote it down somewhere, but I'm a little discombobulated right now because I'm trying to figure this out so I can share it, coherently with you all so you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, no, I don't think I think I know what you're referring to. I think there's a service that shows worksite placement, but I don't think with that service and how it's, set up, I don't think we're really
Hmm.
utilizing that for CEJA. So any employment in CEJA though would be added, or any employment, training, would be added on, because I'm on this, through this transition outcome section on the program completion tab.
Okay,
Uh,
let me see. Where is this? This folder was over here. Yeah, and see, that's the thing though. Like, I couldn't leave the case note because it took me there. And when it took me there, I didn't know what to put in order to leave because it was automatic. I wanted to submit the case note and it took me to this place, to the worksite placement or what have you. And it was like I couldn't submit the case note. It wouldn't stay in the system without my having to fill out that information so that the employer could go in the list. There's a list. There are several other employers already in there that are willing employers for our clients. They're willing to employ our clients.
I think we might need to connect outside of this call to do a screen
Okay.
share.
Yeah, because I gotta find it. I gotta pull it back up again. Yeah, so that makes sense,
Yeah,
David.
but yeah, I'll reach out and we can connect and take a look at what's going on.
Okay. All right, David. I appreciate you.
Yeah, no problem.
And I'll figure it out on my end so that when we get together, I'll be ready.
Sure.
No problem.
Okay.
No problem.
All right, great. Thank you.
Mhm. Because it seems like too, what you're describing is particularly with employers that are interested in hiring, that's potentially a place to put partners. I mean, well, to enter them as a partner.
That's what yes, that's what it looks like. It's like a just a list so that I guess like in the future, if you have a client and say you could just go right over here to this list that we've already created from our clients that have been employed with these employers, and we could just go over there and share their information with the client for possible potential hire is what I'm thinking the purpose of it is. I mean, I really don't know, but that's all that I could gather from it. It's like, oh, okay, this is great because it's a listing. And so it's already there for you and you can just share the information with the client. But I didn't get like really into it because I couldn't move forward with it and I didn't know what were the next steps to get everything in there.
Hmm.
Yeah. So yep. But I'll go back into that client's. Apparently, I put that client's file away because that's what we're supposed to do, right? So it's not here. And so what I'll do, David, is I'll go back into it. I'll take the necessary notes. I'm sure I took some, but they're probably with the file. And I'll get those notes out and I'll share that with you so that you can have a more cohesive understanding of what I'm trying to express about this particular aspect of the IWM.
Yeah, of course.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you guys so much. Thank you for your patience.
No problem. Thank you, Lysandra.
Hmm.
Okay. Any other questions? So you had one, you got answered here in chat. Okay. All right. Well, if there aren't any additional questions, again, we appreciate you taking your time to join us on this Technical Assistance Tuesday. Again, tomorrow we will have um, the CJ Reporting System office hours hosted by David and Natasha. Thank you, David. And for those that don't have any additional questions, you can feel free to get back to your day, and we'll give you back an additional half an hour. We appreciate your time, and we'll see you tomorrow on the CRS open hours.
Okay, you all have a good one. Thank you so much.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye bye.
All right. Thank you very much, Mikhail.
All right. Thank you so much. I appreciate your patience with everything.
No problem. No problem. All
Yeah.
right.
Have
Have a
a
good
great
one.
rest of your day.
You too. Take care.
Thanks. Bye.